So we get a ton of questions about a lot of different things. One of them is one of our sponsors, which is BaseMap. People comment and send emails and they're asking us, what is BaseMap? And for those of people that do know what BaseMap is, they ask, is BaseMap better than the competition? Is BaseMap better than Onyx? And what I want to say in this video, first and foremost, is I'm not here to bash on anybody. We live in a time and an era where there's some amazing technology out there and there's some amazing companies. And I think that there's a number of amazing companies that deal with the mapping side of things and the apps for navigating and maps and resources for hunting. But I just want to share with you a couple of reasons why we have chosen to use BaseMap, why it is our go-to for hunting. And I just want to share some of those with you really quick and let you make the decision. This is why we've chosen to use BaseMap. The first reason, I think, just right up front is simple. BaseMap is $30 for the entire country for an entire year. You get all the information. BaseMap has a ton of information. You can research hunts, you can research animal statistics, you can look at a ton of different layers on BaseMap. And so that in and of itself is super valuable, especially for us. Now, I know a lot of people don't hunt a bunch of different states. You have one state that you're in, and I understand that. And Onyx works well for that. It's $30 for a single state. But with BaseMap, you have all the states. So if you're ever traveling outside of your state, whether that's to fish, whether that's to camp, whether that is to go hunting somewhere else, whatever it is, I use BaseMap on our family vacations. I use BaseMap pretty much everywhere. But it's nice having the entire country at your fingertips if you want to explore something. Maybe you've always wanted to hunt in Colorado or Wyoming and you're wondering what would be the process for that. Well, instead of having to buy each state individually, you have everything right at your fingertips. I think that's a very valuable thing. Onyx, you can get the entire country for $100. So basically, what I'm saying here is just the first reason why I would go with BaseMap, why we've chosen to go with BaseMap, is it's $30 instead of $100, or $30 a state. You get the whole country for $30. That's a big positive for us. The second thing that I want to talk about, and to be honest with you, it's the most important part of BaseMap for me, is the quality of imagery in places that is just not quality on Onyx, to be honest with you. Recently, I was hunting in Alaska, and we ended up killing this moose right at dark. It was like 10 o'clock at night. We killed this moose. We get it down, and we were 1.5 miles from camp. And we are good woodsmen, I would say, and we can navigate our way around. And with paper maps or a compass, you can get around. But that's not what I want to talk about with BaseMap. The quality of the imagery, we found ourselves in literally 10 and 12 foot high willow, and you get in that stuff and it is just like this. And literally in the middle of the night, no way to navigate, you couldn't see anything. We were navigating through these brush fields, and I mean, literally, you get your dot on the screen and the arrow, and I could zoom in all the way to where we were shooting through 3-foot gaps in the brush and navigating through the opens instead of having to push through brush the whole way. And time after time, for 2 weeks, this is how we navigated through this stuff. And I mean, you can straight line it, but if you've ever hunted in the brush in Alaska, you know how valuable it is to hit the openings. And that's what we're able to do with BaseMap. And I'll just show you a quick comparison of the quality of satellite imagery between the two. And you can see right now as you're looking at it, the just clear contrast between BaseMap and Onyx. And you know, there's times when if you're just trying to look for boundaries, it's not a big deal, but if you're really trying to actually navigate and hit small openings, you need that clarity, and BaseMap provides that clarity. Another thing I really like about BaseMap is that it has Google Earth, 3D Earth, and so you can actually tip everything up, you can see it in perspective. Everything about it is just absolutely phenomenal. The layers that BaseMap has is unbelievable. And the third thing I want to talk about today, so we have that it is just flat out better product, I believe, at a much more reasonable price for the average guy. And we have the fact that it has clearer imagery. The third thing I want to talk about is offline use. A lot of people think that, okay, if I have this app, I'm not going to be able to use it out in the woods where I don't have cell service, because the place I hunt doesn't have cell service. In fact, a number of my friends have texted me, hey, why isn't this thing working? Offline maps are critical to the effective use of BaseMap. What you want to do is anytime that you're going to go into an area and you know ahead of time, there's a feature here that you can click through and you can set up and build an offline map with all the layers that you want on it. You can have your public lands, your private lands layer on there. You can have all sorts of different layers on there. You can have your game management units so you can successfully navigate. And what you do is it takes about 5 minutes. You click offline map. You can make it the exact size that you want to. You can customize it. And then you click cache the map, and it automatically saves. And so when you're out in the field, it doesn't matter if you have cell service or not. Like up in Alaska, we did not have cell service, but we had the offline map saved, and we were able to effectively and clearly navigate with that. And this is a huge benefit. You know, GPSs are awesome. Topo maps are awesome, paper maps are awesome, but what they don't show you are the specifics of the land. And when you're looking at, when you're trying to navigate and find openings and wallows that you've scouted out beforehand, and rocky ridges and clear ways through, and seeing, will I be able to see into that opening from this ridge? Those things are totally invaluable, and I really value BaseMap for that. So those are just a couple of reasons why we have chosen to use BaseMap. I believe it's an all-around better product. It's definitely better for what we do. And I just encourage you to check it out. If you want to save 10%, remember BaseMap's only $30, but if you want to save 10% on that, you can type in the promo code Limitless, all caps, when you check out, and you can save yourself 10% on BaseMap. You won't regret it, and I hope if you have any questions, you just reach out to us. You can shoot us an email, you can comment here, and we'll do our best to get back with you as quickly as possible. God bless you all, and have a wonderful day.